Hi, I'm Sandy, and welcome to another day and Life with Sandy. Well, good morning, and I mean morning. Hey, Jim, when's the last time I got up this early?
I don't know.
Jim gets up this early a lot. I don't, not so much. But we're on our way to go pick up Mary. Talk to you soon. Well, hello. Today is Friday, March 10th, and we do have two birthdays today. Today is Dorothy Palmer's birthday, so Dorothy, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dorothy. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's also Dayton's birthday, so Dayton, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dayton. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope you both have a great birthday. I'm just noticing, where's my... Oh, my snowman is... My grandkids were over. Look at the snowman. Laying down on the job. I got to fix him. I showed you the clip before I sang the birthday songs. It was dark when I left this morning. Thankfully, Jim drove me. I do not do well. I can't see really well driving at night. Ever since I had I would have thought when I had my cat, well, it was even worse before I had my cataracts removed. But I mean, I thought, well, once I got my cataracts removed, it would be fine. No. My eyesight, what I see, to kind of put it in perspective of what you see, what I see when it's dark, when I'm driving, like not the headlights. Well, the headlights bother me anyhow, because it's like, bright light. But anyway, we say that a lot in my family. But the rear lights, the tail lights, if you've ever watched like a movie and it's like a Christmas movie and they show all of the town and it's all lit up and it's like all the colors and everything, but it's out of focus and then it starts slowly coming back into focus. Well, I see it before it's in focus. That's what I see. I see a bunch of lights that are all out of focus that I'm waiting for my eyes to grasp to put them back into focus. I don't know if that helps you any, but that's exactly what I see. So I don't drive well at night. It wasn't hardly snowing when we left. It was snowing, but hardly snowing. But when we got to Mary's house, she lives about 15 minutes south of me. Oh, the weather really picked up then. Oh, the weather outside was frightful. It was very, very frightful. It was so bad, and I was so glad Jim was driving because it was very slick, and it was just annoying. It was just so annoying. I'm gonna get some here. But anyway, so we picked up Mary and for her appointment, and she had an endoscopy, whatever. She had a tube put down her throat, and so she everything came back fine. The doctor said they didn't find what they were looking for, which was good. That was very good that they didn't see that rather. And they didn't see any damages or anything like that. So she was like perfect. It was perfectly fine. But I want to show you what I had to hear for the whole time. This to give you an idea. Let's see, it's loading. Wait a minute. Because the guy, the fitting room, the fitting room. This is what I heard. Every time he played a game, I heard this. And then he'd make a move through the whole thing. And then when he wanted to reshuffle, I'd hear. It was annoying.
How old is your brain?
You hear the ads, and then you hear the.
Playing wordscapes.
I gotta turn this off because it's just bringing back a bad memory. And this man, through the whole hour that Mary was back there, because between the procedure and the going in the in the pre-op, because nobody could go back with the pre-op. She was before the pre-op, the surgery, and then coming out of the anesthetic. He played his solitaire on his phone, the loudest it could be, and You heard every single move. And everybody kept staring at him. But he was the nicest guy. He was like, people would sit next to him because that was the only seat available. And then when another seat would get available, they'd get up and move to another seat. But because the people that had been there a while knew you didn't want to sit next to him. I know the man's whole life history, because not only was he playing the game, he would play the game, but he'd talk at the same time. And he was 79 years old. He's been married to his wife, Mary, for 54 years. He has 2 children, 52 and 50. He has 6 grandchildren. He was a woodworker when he was working. He's been retired now for 10 years because he waited a long time. It was like, and I'm trying to read my book because did I bring it back here? Yes. I just started my book, and I'm really enjoying the book. I was managed to, even with all that distraction, I got into page 62, which if I wouldn't have had some distractions, I probably would have had to page 100. But nicest man, but he's just like, turn your volume down. We don't need to know that you're playing solitaire. It's like, oh. But anyway, and you know what? Lately I sound like I'm complaining all the time. I am becoming that bitter old lady. I don't want to be the bitter old lady. I really don't. But you know what? When things aggravate me, it's to my credit, because I so wanted to say something. And I'm sure that I would have got applause from everybody in the room if I would have. But I so wanted to say, can you just turn the volume down, please? Or something. But I thought, no, it's not all about you, Sandy. It's not all about you. But so then I went and dropped Mary off. And then I didn't show you my breakfast. I thought I filmed it, but I filmed the menu. I'm not going to even show you the menu. I got a tickle in my throat. But we went out for pancake breakfast, so I had some pecan pancakes. So I didn't show you my breakfast. I thought I filmed it. And I haven't eaten dinner yet. I'm not really that hungry, but if I do have something to eat, I'll probably have a salad. Usually on Fridays, because it's such a high point dinner or breakfast or meal or whatever, I save my points up for Friday, so I feel I'm doing well that way. But I love my pecan pancakes, but I tell you, I missed my sausage. I missed my sausage patties because it's Friday and I don't eat meat on Friday. Well, you can't eat meat during Lent, but I don't eat meat on Fridays as a general rule. But I did miss them. I really did miss them. But, I gotta get the phone. I'll be back. Well, that was Christy. We fixed the snowman. Get him back on duty. Today is my sister Sue's anniversary of her passing. She's been gone 8 years today. It's hard to believe, 8 years today. But Kit Kat 10 had asked if I had a picture of Bruce and Sue together. Here's a couple pictures of Bruce and Sue together. I'm not going to put a separate picture of Sue because you can see what Sue looks like when she's with Bruce. So here are the pictures. Here's a picture of Bruce and Sue with Ricky and Kathleen, their children. And this is a picture of my mother and Sue. I never realized how much they looked alike when Susie was alive. Yep, both of them gone too soon. Gone, much too soon. But anyway, and so when we left the hospital, we went for breakfast, and I filmed so the trees, because it was snowing pretty hard, like really thick flakes when we were coming out. And the trees were so pretty with the snow on it. And once again, I filmed it, and I'm going to show you, but I'm going to tell you, it's not as pretty as seeing it in person. So I'm going to have a clip of that later on to show you. I think it's about a minute long as we were driving. And I'm going to do a voiceover, I think, on that one. I want to edit because we had the radio on, and I didn't turn the radio off, and I don't want to get copyright infringement. And then, so we had the breakfast. Like I said, I'll probably, if I get hungry later on, I'll just have a salad. I've been saving that's what I was talking about. I save up my points for Friday because we usually go out to eat on Fridays. We usually went on Sundays, but now we're going on Fridays for some reason. So, I'm going to, here's Jim. 1 minute. All these interruptions. I'm back again. So anyway, like I saved my points for Fridays because that's when we're going to eat out. I guess that was the whole point of that. Oh, and then my brother Michael came over. I'll show you a clip of him later on too. He's looking pretty good. He's moving a lot better. He went and got another truck. His insurance paid for everything. He wasn't out any pocket. I think he was out $200, I think, in the whole of everything, because they gave him the blue book price of the truck. They gave him back his deposit that he put down on the truck. You know, with the payoff. The payoff equaled out to his deposit and like 5 of his payments or something like that. Anyway, he was $200 short. So he got another truck, and so he's happy about that. So he's not driving yet, but he wanted to get the truck because he was going, he watches his grandsons, and they were driving by a lot, and he saw his exact same truck because he loved that truck. He said, you know what? That truck saved my life. He says, so I want to get the same truck, because even when the adjuster who went and looked at the truck said, I can't believe this should have been a fatality. The EMS people that came up looked at it and said, this should have been a fatality. And when he went to the junkyard or whatever, the salvage yard, to pick up all of his stuff that was inside the truck, the guy said, you know, I'm sure that, you know, I'm sorry for your loss. And Mike says, well, you know, it was a good truck. And he says, no, I mean, whoever was in it must have died. And he says, no, that was me. I was driving that. He says, you were driving that? He says, I thought that there was a fatality. So he said he wanted to get the exact same truck. So he found one that was in Howell, which is where his grandsons live, and his son, obviously. But so he went to the dealership over here by his house that we bought the truck from 6 months ago, and he talked to the guy, and he says, you know, I'd like to get the same truck, blah, 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 and all that. And the guy looked on it and he says, well, I don't see any. I'll have to call around. And Mike says, no, I already found the truck. It's in Howell. And he told him the name of the dealership. And he says, really? He says, well, let me see. And so they did some kind of exchange. So he got his new truck. So he went and picked that up today. And then what else is there? Jim was supposed to go to, Jim was in here now. He was supposed to go to Danny's tomorrow to help him put a toilet in. But Danny called and said that he put it in himself today, so he didn't need Jim to help him. So, but I wanted to thank all of you for everything. You know, like I said, this is a short, but it's also a long journey for me. I mean, it's just short, and it's only been like 6 years, but really it's been my whole life. But really, I find that I've had the most success when I went on YouTube. Now, granted, I gained some of my weight, and I gained a lot of my weight back. But it wasn't because of you guys. It was because of me. But I feel that the journey has been so worth it because I've met so many friends on YouTube, which I wouldn't have lost my 96 pounds without YouTube. I know that for 100% certainty. I know that I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have made so many great friends that I have now. I know some people would call you acquaintances because we're not really, you know, friends. But I think I consider everybody my friend. I really do. So I wanted to thank you. I want you to thank you for like praying for my brother, you know, let me share my memories of my sister and my brother and my family and all that good stuff. And just sticking with me every day. Whether I'm doing really well or doing poorly, you're always there for me, and I appreciate it more than you'll ever know. So I am enjoying the company. I'm definitely enjoying the company that I have with all of you guys, and so I so appreciate it. But tomorrow I'll get back on track showing you my food. I still got entered in my tracker. I think that the pecan pancakes, if memory serves me right, are going to be like about 30 or 35 points. I mean, they're a lot because it's not like a protein. It's not like a Kodiak pancake. It's like a pancake. And I put regular syrup on it, and I use the butter, and it might even be more. But, you know, like it's one meal out of my whole week, so I don't feel any guilt about it because I really do feel I'm doing well on my plan, and that's all that really matters. So, but with that being said, I guess that's going to do it for tonight. So like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me show you my day as it was. No, wait a minute. Mike came over. I'll show you Mike. I'll show you my trees. And I guess that's it. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Well, this is our drive back from the hospital. The snow on the trees to me were beautiful, but you can't really tell. It's kind of hard to tell on here. But it's on the way to our favorite restaurant. Jim's going to run through this little pink light. We like to call it a pink light. It's not a red light. But it's a nice little scenic little drive. It's close to where Christy lives. There's the old rollover king.
Stock car king.
Yeah, stock car racing.
Stock car, 6 barrel rolls. Bam. Walked away from it. Walked right to the field hospital. Checked out. Things are good.
Thank you for your prayers.
Thank you for your prayers. I appreciate all your prayers. I'm doing just fine. Thank you.